What up, YouTube? It's your boy Talk TV. I gotta finish up then the Illusion Man Part 2, and then I got another story I'm dropping for y'all later on. It's called Out the Game. Look out for that. So let's get to it. The Illusion Man ended with one of the kids killing themselves, Cleveland, because the dude's illusions was so strong and overwhelming for the young boy. He ended up, killing himself, jumping out the window, and whatever. So after the death of Cleveland, his trouble, you would have thought, his troubles was much over, but he was mostly targeted by the staff now. And the staff started it small, with little pranks here and there. It started small and then they got bigger, especially with the males. One of the male staff, he was one of the guys who wanted what he wanted, how he wanted, and if he wanted what you got, he was taking it. He was like the bully of the employment area. He was using his size, he was using his strength, he was using his knowledge to the street life to get over on people, men and women. But mostly the men, because some of the men at the job was fly, getting money. They was doing that. And this big dude in particular, he was jealous of that. He wanted the women. He wanted the fly shit. He wanted the luxury life. But being that he didn't know it and it made him very angry, he decided to use his strength to get to where he was at. So about 6 months after the death of Cleveland, the Illusion Man, his troubles got worse. Some of the female staff was playing on him. Some of the other guys was teasing him. And then you had the big dude. So he needed a way to get these people off his back, none other than to use his powers. So this one lady in particular who he had a crush on, her name was Amber. And Amber was one of the females that played on him, and she played on him in a big way. What she did was play with him, flirt with him. She spoke to him. She made up emotional stories to see if he could fall for him. He asked for help. He invited over to the crib. Then she decided to have sex with him. Before she could have sex with him, she said she's a kinky woman and she wants to get kinky. So he wasn't with the kinky shit. He was just like, nah, I'm not into that. She was like, come on, please. As he started, topping him off to get him loose, she ends up tying him up, blindfolding him. And what she did next was take pictures, and she invited a group of girls inside and they all made fun of him. And what they also did was throw a bucket of shit on him and laughed at him. You thought you was really getting some, And he finally realized he was a joke. He broke free because she left him there. And then we are here we are today with his story. Another dude who played on him, and he was one of these funny guys that played on him. His name was Felix. His name was Felix. Felix played on him because he was a jokester. He made fun of people's pain. He made fun of his pain. He was like the work clown type shit. And Philip decides to be a jokester and invites him to his comedy show. He does stand-up comedy. So while Phil was performing his stand-up comedy, he decided to target the Illusion Man. He decided to target him and make fun of him, clown about him at work. Majority of Felix's act was about this dude embarrassing him. Had the women looking at him different, had gay men coming up to him. The jokester was just like, and Illusion Man just wasn't too kind to that. So he was just like, I like the fact that you made me part of your act. Then Felix tried to get muscled on him, was like, so what? What are you going to do? Huh? He just walks away. That's what the fuck I thought. See you at work tomorrow, pussy. You shot him out. Now, the big dude, he wanted to try him too. But before he could try him, right, the Illusion Man avoided him. In a calm, smooth way, avoid. The big dude was going over to press him. because the illusion man mindset was to get even, he didn't give a fuck who that big man was. So dude walked up to him and was like, hey yo, man. And when the dude realized he was ignoring him, he was like, what the fuck? Hey yo. So illusion man decided he cut eyes at him. It was like one of those niggas. When somebody cut eyes at you, it's like, nigga, I just chopped your face with a blade. Leave me the fuck alone before I kill you now. You know what I'm saying? It was like one of those looks. He walked into his unit. You know, he saw Amber. Amber, So he didn't say anything. He didn't even look. He saw Amber. She looked up, saw him. He looked away type shit. Then Felix comes in. What up, bro? What up? He side-eyed Felix. I know you're still not mad. Felix come by. I know you're still not mad, bro. Can't take a little joke. Amber walks in. She said, I ain't the only little joke he hands at. So when he side-eye cuts Felix, he activates his blinkers on his eyes. Hits Felix right in the eyes. Like, Felix caught him. Went into his eyes. He was like, whoa. He's like, yeah, I could take a joke. I could take one. Hope you can too. He's like, what? So as he walks away, he snaps his fingers. Boom. Felix's eyes close and they reopen back up. He's at a comedy show. This ain't no comedy though. This is females in the crowd naked. They naked. With no vaginas, just titties out. Laughing at him. Hey, he's looking in the crowd like, oh shit. Now these are all types of women. Black, Chinese, German, Russian, Ecuadorian, African, all different types of color women in there. Titties out. No vagina. Just titties. Their vagina area is blurred out. It's blurred out. This is his vision. So they're looking around, making fun of him, laughing at his jokes. Ha. So one of the ladies come on stage and he like, damn, she got big titties. But her private part is blurry. So he tries to reach for it. Slaps his hand away. Now while his illusion is going on, Amber is looking at him. The kid's watching him because he's having an illusion. He's thinking he's living his illusion. He tries to touch one of the kid's private areas. They slap his hand. So everything he's feeling in illusion, he was feeling on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So everybody looking at him, they calling him, Felix, Felix, Felix. Now in his illusion, in his dream, right, where his eyes were seeing, the women was calling him. And the women in illusion goes, wow, pussy's blurted out. So Felix was like, On the outside, one of the kids said, like, why is he trying to reach for my pussy? Right? Why is he trying to, in the illusion, he heard it differently. On the outside, one of the girls like, yo, he was trying to reach for my private area. What's going on? So he come back to the illusion, right? Not only does the illusion starts to animate itself, it tells the truth about the person. You know what I'm saying? It makes the person, whatever they thought, whatever they think of, whatever they really want in life, come to reality for them. So Felix is into training women, right? Nobody on the job knew that. But his illusions told it because he goes, oh, I like trannies. So they go, huh? On the outside. So the illusion then heard it again. Love them. Trannies. So when the kids is like, trains? He loves trains? They didn't catch the word tranny. They heard trains. So the illusions is like, oh, really? And then all of a sudden you see all these women with the big titties and dicks pop out. Boom, 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 boom. So Felix is in his, oh, yes, wilding out, right? So Illusion Man decides to end this. Snaps his fingers and ends it, right? Right before he's ended. Felix is on the floor, going like this with his mouth, spreading his cheeks, telling him, come on, yeah, harder, harder. Put it in there. And going like this. So when they come to, back to reality, Amber, some of the other staff looking at him like, yo, you good? One of the kids actually took a bucket of water and threw it on him, and Felix came too. So he was like, why am I on the floor? What the hell? No. Yeah, why am I on the floor? What the hell? What's this sticky stuff? What? Oh, it's water. So the staff is looking at him like, yo, Felix, you good, bro? They like, why, what happened? Why am I on the floor wet? You was having some type of dream or something. And then you started doing all types of weird shit. So one of the little girls is like, yeah, you tried to touch my coochie. What the fuck is wrong with you? You a pedophile? So he like, nah, what you talking about? What you talking about? So the staff is like, yeah, you was trying to touch it. And then one of the little boys like, do you like trains? I kept hearing you say, I love trains. So the staff was looking at each other, was like, I don't think that's what he said. So one of the female staff was like, you was having your legs in the air while doing mouth gestures like this in your illusions. Are you okay? Do you like dick? Do you like trainees? Is that what you meant to say? So the other lady got close, was like, yeah, because you was looking a little sus there, buddy. He was like, no, I love women. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I don't know, trainees. He started peeking. He was like, I gotta go clean this stuff up. He run in the bathroom. Illusion man was just like, next. So makes his move. Amber, right? Goes to Amber. Now, Amber, she has a dark desire. She wants to get penetrated 2 guys. She actually wants a fantasy of 3 guys, threesome, and them all milking on her. That's her deep fantasy. And you know, she always covered it up. Well, you know, I'm not big on, you know, certain things sexually. I just like to please my man regularly. When she was really one of those closet freaks. She's a real closet freak. She wants to be married and, you know, do couple switching. That swingers, they call them. She wanted to be married and become a swinger. She was into sex in public. She was into all the nasty shit that your mom would want in a freaky woman. She was into, right? But she covered it up. She didn't want her friends and family to know she was this big demonic freak. And Mr. Illusion Man, he kind of caught that because how quiet she was and how to herself, and she, you know, she had 2 sides to her. So the girls are sitting there talking. Mr. Illusion Man comes over to them. So they started making fun of him a little bit. He walks up to Amber. That was a nice little trick you played on me. I'm gonna get your ass back, bitch. So she look at him like, what? She takes her glasses off. Perfect. And he flashes eyes. And he catch her, boop, and smacks her. Caught her eyes. She kind of like rubbed it, like, What the fuck? I'm gonna get your ass back, bitch. Watch and see. You have a good shift now. So he walks away. It was like, whatever. And she went to go rub her eyes. She was like, damn, my eyes. When he catch her rub her eyes, he flicks it. Boom. She comes back too. She's on a stripper stage. She's on a stripper stage. Right? 2 dancers. See, she coming to now. She like, what the hell? Where am I? And her fantasies is playing on her. Fantasies playing on her. Getting her active. Right? And on the reality, she's standing on one of the tables in the unit where the kids sit and watch TV, pretending that it's a pole and all that, right? In the illusion, she's drinking liquor. In the real world, she's drinking milk. Boom, her illusion start playing on her. What happens now is, in her illusion, it's another guy in there, right? So he calls to the staff. But the real world, it was the woman, her partner, her homegirl that was sitting there. They was like, staff, I need help. One of the other staff is bugging. Amber bugging. So everybody come to watch her now start wilding out. She in there dancing, stripping her clothes off. Boom, stripping naked in the unit. Down to her hairy coochie, stripped naked, dancing. And then she comes off the stage, she backs up, she start grabbing a man by their Johnsons, start jerking him. I want him. And she start talking, I want all three of them. I want one in my ass, one in my coochie, one in my mouth. And this is her fantasy playing on her now. And in her fantasy, they fucking up. All different types of positions. Boom, boom, boom. Upside down. Boom. And this girl is performing these moves as if she's really having sex. The only thing she still got on is her boots. Her rubber boots. And they going to work. Boom, 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 boom. Pound her out. Yes, 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 yes. She's all seeing all this in her illusions. And when they was done with her, they came on her. Which two of the kids just threw milk in her face. And then he snapped his fingers and she came too. And she was like, yes. And when she came to, everybody was looking at her like, what the fuck is going on? She go, what just happened? One of her friends was like, girl, go put your clothes on. So she looked down, she realized her titties is out, coochie was hairy, and she was on a period. Boom. Oh shit, oh, why I got milk on me? He ends up getting them back. Right? He ends up getting them back. And he ends up moving on. This big dude comes in. He was like, I heard something. Who was in yelling? Who was that nigga? Right? Big dude tried to muscle. Big dude. Right? He been doing it to everybody. He been coming to snatch people checks up. He do all types of funny shit. So he came to the unit on this particular day to fuck with people. And he was talking in illusion, man. He was targeting them. But the way he was feeling that day, his illusions were probably going to lead to another death. So he wasn't going to attempt to use his powers. But when the dude big man gave him no choice, he gave him no choice. He came straight for him and kind of just mushed him. That kind of threw, like, hit more of his mental. Like, it kind of just like, why the fuck did he do that? Right? His inner self said, why the fuck did he just do that to me? Knowing I'm not right today. I seen boy in the hallway. I ignored him for a good reason. He gonna make me regret this. And then he comes to reality. Boom. Oh, shit. Dude turn around like, you in my motherfucking way. Next time I tell you to stop when I'm talking to you, stop. You hear me, motherfucker? So this particular moment, his eyes turned red. And it hit him. Boom. So Big Man was like, yo, what the fuck? What happened to your eyes? Why them shits is red? So he like, what? He opened one of the bathrooms. He seen that they was red, that they was boiling. He was like, oh, shit. So he closed his eyes real tight. Closed his eyes. He's like, yo, you good? You good? I'm good, man. Back up. They came down. Right? Came down. He was like, ooh. Snapped his fingers. Gucci. Big boy out there started going ape shit. His fantasy is to be amongst the apes. He feels like he's a gorilla. That's his spirit animal, and that's what he wants to be. He has a thing for gorillas. So in his illusion, he thinks he's a gorilla. Smacking on the glass. He's destroying the whole unit. Boom, 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 boom. He tearing kids apart. He really killing people on the outside. But in his illusion, he think he's a massive gorilla on a rampage. Like his rage just went nuts. Killing motherfuckers. Left and right. Left and right. You hit Illusion Man had people out there bugging. Ah! So he like, what the fuck going on? They was like, yo, he going ape shit. He going ape shit. He going ape shit. Boom, boom. So the Illusion Man jumps out running. He like, yo. He smacks the Illusion Man. Poof. Real hard. He hits the glass. Goes out the window. Goes out the window. Dies. Died. That man died. And that's the end of an Illusion Man.